It's the middle of the night. You've just been rudely awakened by your landlord demanding an extortionate amount of rent. You don't have the cheddar to cover it, so you've gone into the nearby neighborhood in search of odd jobs to scrounge up crumbs. Whoa, my perspective is a bit weird. It's the way back into the burrow. With how angry my landlord is, I don't think I want to confront them again without rent. Oh! Rat people? Rat people. Barfly. Hey there! You're that new mouse around here, right? The one that does whisker deliveries? I've seen you out there now and again doing deliveries, just like me. Was that your side gig? Not quite. Oh, my friend, there's no shame in it. I'm a cog just like you. I know your pain all too well. We're comrades out there. The everlasting chase for cheddar. It's so fruitless. I could use some help. What's up? I'm being evicted. No shit, me too. Let's be friends. We're already co-workers. I hate that, though. Whisker's terrible. Just another dumb fat cat's initiative cooked up to follow Hume trends. It pays the bills. Not enough, apparently. Not like you have much of a choice anyway. Hardly any jobs out there, much less anything hiring. Damned if you do, damned more if you don't. It's nice having to work at one of those stupid shops like 9 Lives, but I don't know how good that really is. All I do day in, day out is sprint up and down the trail, handing richer mice food they can afford for scraps of crumbs off the top. I don't have to stop unless I wanna, which is really good. But also, it's not like I have to go out there. No one is making me. And no one cares about me out there. It's lonely. I miss camaraderie. I had a tumble the other week while I was running a delivery. Fell down a hillside. Steep. Really messed me up. Bounced off some rocks on the way down. Had a hard time walking, and the doc I saw told me I was going to cost a good chunk of cheddar to fix me up. Didn't really have much stowed away, because I'm barely making crumbs anyway, you know? You can't save on that pittance. Plus, after paying for the checkup, I can barely afford to eat. And now, I couldn't get going to make more money, because my job relies on me being able to run all over the place. Real shit sandwich, let me tell ya. I tried to reach out to Whisker and tell him, I was working for you guys while this happened. I pulled myself back up on the trail and hobbled all the way to the end of my delivery still. Maybe they'd front some of the costs, make me feel like they valued my work, appreciated the due diligence in finishing out the order after that. They told me I was the one responsible for me. So now, here I am. Got some crumbs for drinks, I slowly limp up and down the trail for a few more crumbs for a few more drinks, and I survive. Hick. I don't feel like talking much anymore. Alright, well, he's in the same position I am, I guess. Hi. The empty mouse behind the bar looks you up and down, their paw rapidly spinning a bolt of cloth inside a thimble. Hi there. Haven't seen you round here before. Surely you didn't just wander in from the trail. I live around here. Yeah, you just move in? I don't get out much. Fair enough, not a whole lot to do out here anyway. There's something you need? Got any crumbs? Just what I like to hear, mouse motivated to work. I mean, assuming you're looking to work for those crumbs. What do you need done? Well, we have a bit of a roach problem in the cellar. They're quite huge, would probably take a skilled swordsman to fell one, so that rules you out. But I got something more you speed. A letter that needs to be delivered. Are you familiar with 9 Lives? What's that? Really? It's the biggest chain owned by fat cats. You've definitely seen one at some point. They're everywhere. At any rate, there's one just further down the road path here. That's where you're going. Take this letter and give it to the cashier. You're given mysterious letter. They'll be the ones to pay you. Don't listen to any pleas they come up with. They're a rampant liar. What do they do? Nothing. Deliver the letter and don't open it. Trust me, just hand that over and get something nice in your return. Let me know when it's taken care of. Stay safe out there. So I must deliver a mysterious letter. I assume. Note stuck to the door reads, The Shoebox Apartments, opening soon. Located in the scenic outskirts, the Shoebox offers luxurious living for an affordable price. For only 5,600 cheddar cycle, you too can enjoy a room with 6 square inches in the hottest new craze. Micro burrows. Contact us during Biglight to find an application. Please note applications cost half a cycle's rent. Applications do not guarantee placement within the complex. Fee is non-refundable. Oh wow, that's awful. That's terrible. 9 Lives. It's weird how everything is skewed just slightly. They lean lazily on the counter, obviously young, obviously extremely bored. They don't seem to notice your approach. You wave your paw at them and they come to. Oh, hi. Are you buying something? What's this place? It's 9 Lives, only the biggest, most prolific chain of stores serving mice needs. Given your needs can be satisfied by a meowligarchy hell-bent on destroying mouse culture or whatever. Fight the man. Settle down, you're gonna bust like a hip or something. No, maybe not. How old are you anyway? You're so small, but your face looks so old and tired. Whatever. The point is, fat cats around the world aren't working for our best interest. Doesn't take a genius to see. Fat cats? No, you gotta say it with more venom, like fat cats. Their names shouldn't even be allowed to feel comfortable on your tongue. I know, are you kidding me? You don't know who the biggest, most powerful entity of all the mousedom is? The ones who bought capitalism to us? Took our cheese and turned into a weapon against us? We have to understand that these cats don't like us. They never have. They see us as beneath them, and are insulted to think we could be equals to them. Which is what I was kind of getting at. We have to protect mouse culture. We have to celebrate our roots and cherish what we didn't answer. When we didn't answer to them or their systems, we can return to that. There are things that define who we are as members of a society. Our histories, our creations, our rituals. It's the big melting pot that makes us who we are. The things we cherish that they find strange and uncivilized. Mice didn't always carry pounds of cheddar around with them to afford basic needs like health care and food. We used to take care of each other. We had nothing separating us. We know that there is no help for us but from one another. That no paw will save us if we do not reach out our paw. Wow. If there's anything to get heat over, it's this. We don't have to live in a system where the dumb-ass cats rule over us. We lived without them for centuries, just fine. Now we're all torn apart and pit against each other. It's sickening. They sigh and slouch against the counter. Maybe one day, mousekind will start to blame the right people. You know what humans did to the rulers they couldn't stand any longer? They built guillotines. Anyway, did you need something? A letter for you. They shift nervously, averting their gaze from yours. What do you mean? You hand them the mysterious letter. Look, I don't have anywhere near enough crumbs. Just a messenger. Sure, but first you, then who? What if they send someone actually threatening? To my burrow. I mean, my parents' burrow, but... I live there too, just not with them, you know, 'cause they suck. Anyway, I don't think I can afford that. You gotta help me out. What's in it for me? I'm sure we'll figure something out. Look, my friend can take care of all this, I promise. Or not, I don't really know, but they've been looking for someone. Helpful, apparently. I'm too gung-ho or whatever that means. Okay. Alright, so you're gonna head out of here? Take a left. You should see this real small path through the grass that'll take you to a cliff. Knowing them, there should be an old mouse staring at nothing out there. They know everything there is to know about this place. They'll want to know what to do about the barkeep. And I know you've got a lot of questions about all this, so I'm sure they can clue you in on what a mess this place is. Here, take this note explaining everything. Just hand that over. You were given the hastily scrawled note. I'll close up early and meet you out over there when I'm done. We can talk more about what to do. This is exciting. If you say so... It is. Tonight may just be the red letter day we've been waiting for, if you decide to help my friend. Anyway, I gotta start getting stuff put away here. Go get caught up. Good luck. Alright. I don't really know what I'm doing. You said take a left, right? It just basically means continue down the pathway I was. To a cliff? Well, hello there, Squirt. What can I do for you? What are you doing? No, just reminiscing. These houses are somewhat of a recent development. If you pardon old long whisker a pun, it used to be a forest up to the cliffside, you know. I miss it occasionally. You would too, Squirt. It was such a haven for our kind. Who are you? Me? I'm just an old mouse who settled down. No one special, I assure you. I have a note for you. Oh, let me have a look. Oh, that poor youngling. I suppose you have a lot of questions, don't you? What's going on here? A farce of monumental proportions, Squirt. The felines have swindled us time and time again, but what's happening now is by far the worst swindle that they've ever wrought. Just tell me what's going on. Infiltration, undermining, turning us against one another, creating insurmountable walls between us. An external group to turn a hateful eye upon stops, from one focusing on the real internal issues. A dastardly plan to blind us with our own hatred. The barkeep was just a mouse who fell entranced by the siren song of the blame. A thought a thought movement that pleased all of the hardships of mousehood squarely on the shoulders of non-mice, excluding the felines, of course. Anger is far easier to harbor than love. The cats knew that and exploited it to its fullest. What'd they do? Tell me, when was the last time you saw a rat? Isn't that a scary bedtime story? That's exactly what they want. The younglings want you to think. Oh, they want what they'd want the younglings to think. But they were very real, let me assure you. Originally, this oak stood above all the woods, here a guardian high above the tree line. The fat cats would have those they called lesser beings with cold calculation, hanged from its branches. The tree of growth, they called it. We shed the weight of their burden upon us as a society to achieve greater heights, or so they'd have us think. The barkeep was a grim caretaker of this place, an ancient family home that they had themselves inherited. Eventually the oak turned, in time, into an inn, but they couldn't keep it afloat after the issuance of cheddar. But with the advent of the den, no soul wished to venture this far, especially not for a fee. Desperate and low on cheddar, they turned the oak over to the fat cats when they expressed a keen interest in the location. The rats weren't the only undesirables in the eyes of the felines. One group was rarely enough to bear the brunt of such ire for long. Quickly, the oak became a harbor for all sorts of enemies for the establishment. Anyone who earned their ire began to quietly disappear. For a while, the mice brought here would simply be adjusted. No one was ever quite the same when they came back. It wasn't until much later when we realized that the bastards were making them infertile. That's why you have to stop them. Excuse me? You're an unknown entity here. I've seen you, skulking about trying not to be noticed. You slip in and out of that burrow like a spirit in the night. Going unnoticed seems to be a skill you've honed well, and it's something that could benefit all of mousekind tonight. Easily enough you could slip into the oak, scale it, and topple the feline patriarch that hides up top, silently lording over us. His gaze never falters from this place here. The cat in the tower controls it all, without raising a single paw. But they'd never see it coming. You're so meek, so modest in physical stature. After all, face it, you're the perfect mouse for the job. They've all taken so much from us, it's time to take it back. We can burn away the blight that has plagued this once great society. Why not that kid? They're too loud, too boisterous, too emotionally charged. They couldn't hold themselves together long enough to make it past security in the oak, not like you. I just want to pay rent. Huh, rent. That's a good one. Who do you think owns the land around here? The landlord? No, they're just a patsy. They shake you down for your cheddar, then go-between for whenever things turn ugly. The barkeep's windfall from fat cats was more than enough to snatch up the land the felines had no interest in. Your rent won't ever be a worry again if we can take this first step towards a new tomorrow. Fine. I guess. That's the spirit. First things first, we're going to need some leverage to get to the keys to the fortress of the oak. It may not look like much, but it's nigh impregnable. I have an idea. Go back to the tin can bar. The barkeep always scurries off this time of night to meet with their superiors. Beyond the bar, far side from the entrance, you'll find a false bottom in the last drawer. Beyond the bar, far side from the entrance, you'll find a false bottom. Okay. This is so much reading. There you'll find the bargaining chip. Bring it to me, and we can set in motion a new dawn for mousekind. I'll head towards the bar shortly after you. I just need a few more moments first. After all, who knows how many more I'll have like this, where hope springs eternal in the mouse's chest. Best not to deny the old mouse, long in whisker and brittle of bone, that much. Remain steadfast. Squirt. Oh, I see. That's the city. Okay. Well, I didn't expect you to actually accept that. Sorry, I was eavesdropping. I finished closing the store and you two were so loud. At any rate, I think they're sending you after. Well, you'll see. I glimpsed it before. It's beautiful. What is it? I don't want to spoil the surprise. Let's probably get the hell out of here before shit starts to hit the fan. I think you're on the verge of kicking the hornet's nest, and I don't want to be around for it. Rather not be collateral damage. So, I guess... Oh, this isn't goodbye, just a farewell until I see you again in the Biglight. Hopefully we'll both stand a little taller as mice in control of our own fates for the first time in a long time. By the way, I shaved a little off the top of tonight's profits when I was counting the till. I know, you're topping the meow oligarchy, but just in case you end up needing to pay your rent somehow. Don't die up there. We have a little bit of cheddar. Okay. Ill-gotten gains, I suppose. Right, okay. Oh, he's long time no see. Have you, did you see the barkeep? They just left. No. Ah, okay. Do you think they'd mind me snagging myself another drink from behind the bar? Well, you're back there. You assume they won't remember much of this anyway. I'm not sure how much of a paw the barkeep has in all this. They are want to believe you regarding the rest of the tale. As you mentioned the bargaining piece, the barfly's eyes light up. They rush to the other side of the bar, open the door, remove the false bomb, and set the object on the counter. The Lord of the Hundreds. A pungent odor fills your nostrils, a scent you've never heard before. A scent you've never heard before, because you hear scents. That's how that works. A scent you've never before experienced. You feel your senses heighten. The barfly seems to sober up almost instantly. One of the few pieces of edible cheese left in this world. Anything else gets pounded and shut immediately by the cats. Barkeep's the only one I know of who still has a piece of contraband like this. They showed me it once, when they were a little drunk. Guess it's some kind of family keepsake. Something. Pawed through the generations of mice. Never really thought much of it until now. I guess your story does check out. Felines wouldn't let something like this slip by them for long without good reason. You ever wonder what cheese tasted like before we turned it into crumbs? Before we used it to trade material goods and labor? When it was just a simple pleasure we enjoyed with one another? Before subjugation. They trailed off in a silence, drifting into their thoughts. A strange impulse fills you, snout to trail. Their words echo in your mind. Why was it taken from you and your kind? Surely there'd be no harm in just... Let's try some. Oh, really? Yeah, I guess you're already pissing them off, so... Might as well taste whatever ancestors used to relish. Hope it aged well. Here. Give me a piece of the Lord of the Hundreds. Eat it. You feel the room begin to shift. Oh, dear. Yes? A strange sensation overtakes your form. Your corporeal body detaches from your spirit. A higher existence comes into focus here within this moment. Your thoughts drift to currency. What use is it? In this stream of emotions you feel peace. Your rent no longer looms overhead demanding your subservience to a greater system that wishes not for your best interest nor to care for you. A taste still lingers in your mouth, simply sublime. Eons of cheese eating wash over you, the natural state of things, your heritage. Why have we let them take it? What is blocking you out of the past? It certainly isn't the law of nature. There's more of us than them. You outnumber them 1,000,000 to 1. Why is it that we have yet to converge, to take on the upper hand? Why have we been so scared? You shouldn't take from us any longer. They can't. Not today, not anymore. They won't. Do you feel that? It's like something woke within me, and I don't think it's going back to sleep. You should, take this and get out of here. You're given the Lord of Hundreds. Take it. I think I need to lay down. That was a lot. Good luck up there. I think you might be able to be the only one who can change all this. Mouse kind deserves to be free. Right, so now we're starting the rebellion. That's interesting. So where do I go? They say up there, but I don't know where up there is. Oh, here I go. You effing Mickey. I know what you stole from the bar. Who do you think you are? You're coming with me. You pissed off the wrong cat. Uh-oh. Thank you for playing the demo over until Biglight. The application will now close. Oh! Okay, then. Well, that was interesting. Short story into a, story of rebellion involving mice and cats. Very interesting, actually. Not exactly much on the horror side, but definitely a lot more on the story side. So it's still fascinating to me. I'm not sure how many games I have left in the haunted PS1 thing, but I'll figure it out. And I will see you on whatever it is I next play. Bye-bye.